This conference will now be recorded.
So in the last class, we discussed some functions, right? So we discussed the date functions and then conversion functions and the other functions. Okay. So today we are going to start the constraints. Okay. So constraints as well as the what are the things are there, subquery, constraints and subqueries. So here already we discussed the row ID and row num, both we discussed it. Only exist we have to discuss. Okay. These things will going to finish in the today class. Okay guys, and also some SQL queries also. So constraints is nothing but so as of now we are giving the conditions, right? How we are going to give the conditions. So in the where class or having class, like that we are going to give a condition. We want to filter some data. Okay, so we are applying the where class or in the select statement we are going to apply the where class or having class, right? So if you want to apply at the time of the data loading only, if you want to go filter the data at the time of the load only, at the time of the create table only. So they are going to use for the, by using the constraints, they are going to filter the data. Like this also is a condition, but this is the applying at the table level. Okay, at the table level they are going to apply the we call it constraints. Okay, they are going to apply the filters. Okay, so based on that filters, it's going to check the filter is satisfied, then only it will insert the data into the table. Okay, so this is they created at the time of the table level creation. These constraints. Okay, what are the constraints are we have? One second. Yes, what are the constraints? You have any idea? Constraints?
Sir, yeah, unique,
Yeah.
not null, primary key,
Yeah.
foreign key,
Okay. Okay.
check.
Okay.
That's
Like that. Check constraint. So these are the constraints are there in the mainly in the SQL. Okay. So not null constraint, what it will do? Not null means whenever we are going to insert the any data, it won't allow the null values. Okay, it won't allow the null values. Okay, it won't allow the null values. So we'll see how to create the constraint, all those things. The Oracle constraint classes allow you to restrict the data. This is entered into the column to ensure that it is a valid or that it meets the certain conditions. That is a constraint definition. Okay, guys. So a not null means a not null constraint prohibits the database values from the being null. Means whenever we are going to insert the any null values, if you apply the not null constraint, then it won't allow that records. Null records it won't allow into the table after applying the not null constraints. Okay, see. So this I'm going to one table I created here. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to batch 4. Okay. See, one user I going to create table users, user ID number not null, first name. Okay. The user I created. Now you can see the data. Select star from users. Okay. There is no data. So here we are on top of the user ID column. I applied the not null constraint. can see here on top of the user ID column, I applied the not null constraint. So I'm going to insert the data, some data. Insert into users values. Okay, I'm going to user ID 1. First name going to ground. So one row inserted. Okay, so I'm going to insert the null value in place of user ID. Okay, let's see what happened. Cannot insert null into the batch for users.user ID column. Okay, cannot insert null value into the user. As an attempt to be made to insert null value in previously listed objects, these objects cannot accept the null values. Okay, so like that, it's a whatever you are giving, it's showing the error because we are already defined as a not null column. Means it should be some value, it should be passed every time. If the null values are there, then it won't accept the null values. Okay, if I give 2, one row inserted. Now if you want, you can see like that the data is inserted. Okay, understand guys? Not null constraint. So not null constraint means whenever we apply the not null constraint, whenever they apply the not null constraint, it won't allow the null values into the table. Okay, if you try to give the null values, then it will give the violation. Okay guys, clear the not sorry, clear the not null.
Yes, sir.
So go to the unique. So the unique means the unique constraint provides the duplicate values, but it will allow the null values. Okay, so whenever you are going to insert any value, duplicate values, the same row, same values you are going to insert again and again, then it won't allow the unique constraint duplicate. For example, we'll see the same value. I'm going to apply one more time here. See, it's applied, it's loaded. Means duplicate value it's allowed in the while applying after applying the null. It's applied, so it's allowed the duplicate value. See, 2 is aparna, 2 aparna. So 2 times it will be loaded, but only null values only it not loaded. Okay, the same opposite the unique constraint. So unique constraint it will allow the duplicate values. Sorry, it won't allow the duplicate values, but it will allow the null values. Okay. Multiple rows from having the same value in the same column or combination of the columns, but allows the some values to be null. Take the same thing. I'm going to give just user 1. Okay, here the user ID I'm going to give in the unique. Okay, just I given the user 1 table. You'll see I'm going to table user 1. Okay, just I'm going to give enter the this value, it row inserted. Okay, the same value, but just I'm going to give the like this. Okay, the same value. UL is to Sandeep ETL, but the ID will be same. Earlier ID. Okay, this one you can see what happened. The unique constraint violation, the error got the unique constraint violation. Okay, an update or insert statement attempted to insert duplicate key. Okay, so the 2 is already available in the my table. What you can see here too. So 2 already available. So again I'm going to insert the 2. Okay, that is the reason I got the error. So I apply the 1, then it's inserted. Okay, so I'm going to apply the null value. You can see same thing will be there, but I'm going the null value instead of ID. You can see, but the duplicate, everything will be same. The entire row will be same, but here the value will be duplicated. It's allowed duplicated. So I'm going to try one more time. We'll see same value. See the null value, it won't consider in the unique key. It won't consider the unique key in the null value. Okay, it will allow the null values. Duplicates also it will allow the null values. Okay, only data part, only the values, whatever the values are there, those values is not allowed. So I am trying to view one more, then see it's be violated. So they will ask in the interview, guys, they will ask the question. So how many null values it will be allowed in the unique? Either it could be 1 or more than 1. Okay, you have to say it will allow the more than one values, more than one null value it will allow in the unique. Maybe I don't know, maybe some other databases, maybe it will be a restriction is there, but I'm not sure. But here, whatever the SQL we are going to try in the Oracle, it's going to allowing the more than one value. You can say this answer same. So I have executed in the Oracle. So I have done the Oracle database in my real time. So it's going to allow more than one null value in the Oracle. I'm not sure about the others. If we ask how it will be only one value, if they say like that, you have to say the I tried in my Oracle, it's going to allow the more than one null value. I already tried, I executed. So like that you have to be in confident. Okay. So you can see so many null values it's going to allow. That is a unique key. So the unique key is it's going to allow the null values, but it won't allow the duplicate values while applying the unique key. Okay. Next will be the primary key. The primary key will be the both combination of the unique and not null constraints. It's a combination of the unique key and not null constraint. Means what is the not null? It won't allow the null values. What is the unique? It won't allow the duplicate values. The primary key is a combination of the not null plus unique key constraint. Means it won't allow the null values. It won't allow the duplicate values at the time of the primary key. Whenever they implement the primary key, so it won't allow the both null values as well as the duplicate values. This is the query. So we can able to create in the different ways. For example, I'm going to use a primary key not null. So this is like that you have to define. Okay, create table user ID number, all those things. Okay, but same thing if you want to create in the different way also. User ID number 5 not null, first name, all those in the primary key of the user ID. This column is the primary key. So like that also you can able to create in the two ways you can able to create. Okay, we'll see. So I'm going to create one more two table user ID. So here I'm applying the user ID as a primary key not null. Okay, so table created. Same, just I'm taking the same records. Okay, for example, here I'm going to insert one more zip code. Something like that. Okay, like that I given the some values. You can see first one I'm going to insert first record, it inserted. The second one is inserted. Okay, so I'm trying to give the third record. See, but I cannot insert the null values in the primary because of the we are applying the primary key not null. So cannot insert the null values. So I'm going to insert them again the second record again one more time. Cannot insert the violated unique constraint violated. Okay, while applying the primary key, it will be the combination of the null as not null plus unique constraint. So that's why it's showing the see. So it's not going to allow the any null values or duplicate values in the while applying the primary key. Okay, clear guys? Can't see the query. See only two records only. So I'm not going to. It's not inserting the third value. Again second record again I'm going to insert in the two times second time, but it's not allowing this. Okay, because of the primary key constraint. Okay, so the main this primary key concept, the real time we are going to use this primary key guys. The source type they use for the primary key. In target table also we use for the, but not we call as a primary key. We call as a surrogate key or a natural key. That I will tell you in the ETL concept. What is the composite key or the primary key? Okay, we don't have the concept on the primary key in the data warehousing. Okay, I will tell you instead of primary key, they are going to use the composite or natural key or surrogate key. Okay, that I will explain in the ETL validations. Okay.
One clarification I want, like here, as you have used this primary key, it doesn't require this not null thing, no, to be defined along with the primary
I
key.
think it's required. We'll see if you want. We'll try. I think it's required. The condition will be just I'm going to give the 3. So we'll see the 3 is created. We'll see. Some cases will be required, some databases. That's why I given. Okay, violated. I got the error. Yeah, object null. Yeah, fine. Primary key also like that you can use. But the most of the cases they use for the not null also. The real time. That's why I mentioned the primary key not null. Okay. So now we can able to insert the like this without the not null also we can able to insert. It's working as expected only. Okay. Okay, if you see on the structure DESC users 3. Okay. First name varchar 2. See automatically it came. You see the same thing but DESC user 2. The same the structure will be if you given primary key not null or not null both will be same. So it created the not null. Is already not null. Okay. If you use the DESC users 1, the unique key constraint we created. Okay, there is no not null. One more thing is there. What is the users? Not null. Okay. So this is the structure. So if you want to go to these tables, if you're able to see the what is the constraint, all those things also you can able to see. What the constraints are there? See, such condition is a not null. First one will be user ID is not null. We given the not null, and then go to the user one. So it will be given the unique constraint. Okay, only it will be unique constraint. User 2, go to user 2. See, go in the use check constraint as well as the user ID is not null, and then primary key. So only primary key. Okay. User ID column, where is the position, also they mention the what is the which position. Okay. So like that. So here you can see the primary key and then foreign key. So foreign key is no need to specify any especially the columns foreign key like that. If you want, you can specify also like this. For the same users only, I'll use the foreign key.
One doubt, like
Yeah.
a table.
One second, guys. No mobile here. Hello. Oh. Sorry, guys. Yeah, tell me. Yeah, tell me.
Rule. Yeah, is there any specific rule like a table can have only this number of constraints in it or something like that? Or we can define as many constraints?
No. We have only maximum. It will be one constraint only. The primary key table on top of the. If is there more than one table, that's why I told the composite primary key is there. That I will tell you in the explain in the ETL type. How they are going to define, how they are going to derive the composite primary key. So 99% it will be only one constraint will be there in any table. Okay, one constraint, one foreign key. Okay, foreign keys will be number of foreign keys, but the constraint primary keys will be one. Okay, so the composite primary keys, they are going to apply the more than one column the primary key. That column we call as a composite primary key, and then how that will be derived by, I will tell you in the ETL type. Okay, the same thing here. We'll use the same class if you want foreign key. So foreign key means no need to define the foreign key. Users 4, I'm going to give the user 4. What are the columns are there? Some column I'm going to use the so this one I'm going to use the user ID 1. I'm going to use the user ID strings user ID 1. User ID 1 foreign key of the user ID. Reference table. What is the reference table? I'm going to use the user 3. User 3 of the, like that you can have to write the constraint foreign key name. But if you don't specify also, it's fine. So it will act as a, but if you want to explicitly want to mention means you can use the foreign key. Then only it will be the parent and child relationship will be enabled for those two tables. Okay, here I'm going to give the user ID 1 column, constraint user ID 1, foreign key of the user ID. Okay, I'm going to use user also 1, user ID 1 column, and the reference from where it is referred by, which column they are going to take means user table 3, users 3, and then this column user ID column. Okay, so just I'm going to here ID column also. I'm going to give ID column. Sorry. So constraint specification not allowed. Something error. Constraint specification is not allowed here in the statement. Remove the constraint specification from the statement. Why they are going to give? Yeah, here the comma is not there. Now it will work. Invalid identifier. Why it's doing error? What is the table?
Underscore ID, I guess.
Oh no, it's not underscore ID. We'll see the table name. What is the column name exactly here? The user ID only column names. 1 second. I will use the user 2 table. Let's see. User ID is not the correct one. User ID is invalid. We'll create the base. I'll take the one more table, one more condition, what they wrote. Code number 10, same thing, only we taken the product code. Yeah, got it. So here on top of the product code, they're going to create the product code, they're going to create the constraints, but we didn't define the user, this column name itself we didn't define here. Okay, this column we didn't, we are giving the ID. Here we are trying to use the user ID. That is the reason error. Okay, so here if you use the user ID, then it will work. User ID. So the column name itself I didn't define it. So I'm just adding the constraint in the on top of the user ID, but there is no user ID earlier in the my table name. Okay, only ID I given. If you want to use the ID only, then it will work here. Now it will work. Okay, see table 4 created. So here by I given the ID earlier, and then I'm trying to give the user ID here. Okay, that is on this column ID column I'm going to create the constraint here. Okay, on top of the ID column I'm going to create the constraint. This ID will be, I'm taking the reference of the users 3 user ID. If you want, you can see here. Refresh the table. Where is the refresh? Okay, user 4. You see constraint name foreign key, from where it is taking from user 3 table. Okay, so current key condition, nothing, they didn't give any condition. User 3 table they're taking. Okay, that is a reference like that, it will be there. Okay, we'll see the how the data will be inserted here. Users 4. First we'll see users 3, what the data is there. Then we'll go for the select star from users 3. Okay, I have the two data is there. One is user ID 1 and 2. Say whatever the data is there in the primary key parent table, only those data only it is going to insert into the child table. If we try to insert the 3, you can see we'll try to insert the 3. That is the insert statements. See, insert 4. I'm going to insert the 4th table. Fourth table I'm going to insert. What is the columns name? Column names are there here. First name, last name, zip code, ID. So 4 columns are there. The first I'm going to insert the 2. 2 is already available in my parent table. Okay. One row inserted. See, 2 Aparna ETL 560 is inserted. So I'm going to insert one more time with the 3. Instead of 1, I'm going to insert the 3. What happened? See, for it's a violated integrity constraint violated. Means integrity constraint violated means the data. That's why we call it the referential integrity. So whatever the unique key columns are there in the primary key table, those columns only it should be available in the child table. Okay, only those IDs only it should be allowed. Okay, so while checking the fact table, we have to check this one referential integrity. So the dimension key, whatever the dimension table are there, those dimension key tables reference will be loaded into the fact table in the real time, right? So if the other new case, it should not be allowed in the fact tables. The same thing we have to check in the real time. The parent key not found. You can see whether 3 is not available in my parent table. Only 1 and 2 only it's allowed. There is no 3 value. Okay, if you want, you can allow the duplicate values also. For example, I'm going to insert one more time this one. See, it allowed the duplicate because we are not giving any constraint here. Any unique key constraint or primary key not null, anything we not applied. Only foreign key constraint you applied on top of the some reference table. Okay, clear guys? So here we are not going to allow the new keys in the child table. If you want to allow means first this record you have to insert into the main table, parent table. For example, I am inserting in the parent table. See the parent table 3 also there. Okay, now I am going to insert this record into the child table. Now it will be allowed. See, that is the foreign key and primary key relationship, guys. Parent and child relationship. Whatever the reference keys are available in the parent table, those reference keys only it will allowed into the child table. Okay, means foreign key table. Okay, for example, we'll see allow the null values. We'll try to allow the null value. So null value also it's inserted in the foreign key. Null values also it's inserted in the child table, but this null is not available in the parent table, but it's allowed into the here. Clear guys? Parent and child relationship clear, right? So this we called as a referential integrity. This is a referential integrity. We have to check this condition. We have to check in the real time. So those keys only available or not, we have to check. Okay. Next we'll go for the one more constraint is there. That is a check constraint. This is a different check condition, guys. The check constraint means whatever the condition we required, that condition we are going to pass. For example, I want to load only greater than values. Sale amount is there, so I want to value only positive values only. It has to load into my table. 0 greater than 0. I don't want to insert the null values, or I don't want to insert the minus values, negative values in my table. Like that, those kind of scenario they'll use for the check constraint. Or I want only 1000 above value only I want to insert into my table. Or the amount is there, transaction is there more than 1000 rupees. Those transaction only it has to allowed my table. So in that case, they're going to use for the check constraint. Check constraint requires a value in the database to complete with a specific condition. If the condition satisfied, then only it will allow the data into table. Okay, we'll see. See guys. So the product one is table is there, product ID, product name. Here we are giving the cost numeric check cost greater than 0. Okay, the first constraint I am going to give the cost greater than 0. This is the cost table is there, cost column. So I am going to give the cost greater than 0. Next one, discounted cost. Numeric check discounted cost greater than 0. Check cost greater than of the discounted. So whatever the amount we are giving here, cost. So otherwise I'll give the simple instead of this one, I'll go to the simple. Okay. Sales amount. I'm going to give the sales amount. Okay, the sales amount always has to give the greater than 0 or to load the greater than 0. First we'll try this table, we'll see what happen. Okay, we'll execute this one. So table created, first table created. Okay, so we'll see the describe the products. Describe the products. See, product ID is there, nothing is there. There is no, it's not defining any year here. If you are able to see here, then it will be see. We'll see. First of all, we will insert some data. Insert into products. Again, the product ID 1, product name maybe TV. Okay, and then I'm going to give some 10,000. Okay. Okay, one record inserted. So I'm going to insert same thing 0. Okay, we'll see what happened. Check constraint is violated. What is my condition here? Sales amount greater than 0, not equal to 0. Means where the values are entering greater than 0 values, only it will be allowed. Greater than 0 values only it's going to allowed. For example, I will try again null value. I'm trying to allow null value. So null is inserted. So null is inserted, but the 0 values it's not inserted. 0 or negative values it's not going to insert. For example, I'm going to give -1. See, it's not going to allow the this one. So that is the reason they're giving to one more condition here. Product 1 table, products 1. They're going to give the one more table, one more condition they're going to give. Discounted cost. So they're going to give some promotion. Okay, on top of the discounted cost always will be whatever you got the amount, sales amount, right? On top of that only they're going to give the discount, right? They can't give more than the sale amount. Okay, so going to give the always will be the sale amount will be greater than or equal to discounted amount. They can't give whatever 100 rupees they have the sale amount, they can't give 200 because that will be 100 will be their loss. Okay, they give maybe 50 rupees out of 100, they give maybe 50 rupees. So that's why they're going to give the sale amount greater than or equal to discounted amount. This is the one more condition they're given the condition. So we'll see. I'm going to execute one more. There are the two constraints are there here. I created one. The table 1 products created. So product 1. First one will be. First I'm going to check the -1 into 0. We'll see. It's not allowed. Then I'm going to give the null value into 0. We'll see. Will allow or not. See, this also it's not allowed. Okay. If I give here 100 rupees I given. Then my discounted cost will be 0. So it will be condition 100 greater than 0, right? This is be satisfied the condition. We not insert the values that violate the constraints. Check constraint. Okay, I'll give 0. 0 is not allowed. One row inserted here. One TV 101. Okay, if I give 200 here, so the condition will be failed here. Sales, so you will get the discounted cost greater than 0. That's why it's failed earlier. Okay, now again the sale amount greater than 0. These are the two conditions here. Okay, now also 100 greater than 200. This is also false. See, that is a check constraint. So they're going to give some conditions for this same column. See how many conditions they given? 1 and then 2. Like that, any number of constraints they are going to give. Okay, clear guys? Check constraint. So this is the check constraints. I'm going to upload this document also for the tables. Everything will be there. You can practice this one. Okay, these are the 5 different constraints are there. So the mainly they will ask in the these 3 they will ask in the interview point of view. Not null constraint, unique constraint, and primary key constraint. Okay, and then foreign key and check constraint. This foreign key and primary key constraint we are going to check as part of the referential integrity in the real time. As per the referential integrity, we are going to check this one. Okay, so we'll go for the next will be subqueries. Okay, queries are the mainly it will be 2 kind of queries are there. Subqueries. Okay, one is a subquery, one is the correlated subquery. Okay, subquery and correlated subquery means query within the query we call as a sub. Whenever we write the query within the another query, that we call as a subquery. Okay, for example, select star from, go to the here Scott, because the Scott table we have the more data. That's what I given the Scott. Okay, select star from EMP. Okay, this is my data. So this is a one single query. Okay, single query. So instead of single query, I'm going to use one more query within the main query. This is the main query. This is called as outer query. Okay, now we are going to use the TEPT number in. Now I'm going to write one more query. Select TEPT number from DEPT table where DEPT number equal to 10. Okay, we call this is the subquery. This is the inner query. This is the outer query. So what outside whatever the table is there, that is the outer query. The inside the table, inside the select statement. So that is the inner query. This is the outer query. This we call as a subquery. Within the query itself, query whenever you write, that is the subqueries. We call as a subqueries. Okay, based on this result, based on the inner query result, the outer query will perform. So here I give the department number equal to only 10. That department number 10 it is passed into the here. Then it will execute this outer query. What happened now here? See, only department 10 it came the displayed. Department 10 only it displayed. That is a subquery. Query within the query we call as a subquery. Okay. So the subquery means based on the inner query result, the outer query will perform. Okay, based on the inner query result, outer query will give the output. So here only 10 passing the here. This query passing the only 10. Okay, that 10 value it will pass into the where condition in the outer query. Then it will give the where department number in 10. So you got the only 10 departments. If you give more than value, whatever the values you are passing here, I'm going to give 80. Okay, I'm going to give 80. Now the 80 will be there or not here, I don't know. So that's why you'll just pass the 80. See, 0 record because of it will be pass the 80 here. So there is no 80 in the outer query department. There is no 80 department. Okay, that's why it's doing the 0 records output. Okay, the one more will be there, correlated subquery. One is the subquery, next is the correlated subquery. The correlated subquery means based on the outer, first it will execute the outer query. Based on the outer result, it will go into the execute the inner query. The vice versa. Here, based on the inner query result, outer query is performing the output. Now correlated subquery means first it will execute the outer query. This outer query result it will pass into the inner query. Okay, again it will perform the, and then it will give the result of the inner query. Based on that result, it will give the outer query result again. The 2 times it will execute the outer query this time. Correlated subquery, it will execute the 2 times, first and last. First it will execute the query, it will pass these values into the inner query. So based on the inner query, again it will give the inner query result. Based on that result, again it will display into the outer query. We'll see when which scenario it is going to this one. For example, select star from same example. I'm going to give emp e. I given the alias name where dpt number in select dpt number from dptd where want to give the inner join not required where e dot dpt number equal to d dot dpt number and see what happened now here. What happened now? So here the e dot dpt number. Where is the e column? E is alias of the e, right? Alias, right? That e will be this one. emp. So first you have to execute this one e dot dpt number. These values it's passing into the inner query. That's why we are going to check the e dot dpt number equal to d dot dpt number. Okay, without this execution, we can't check the e dot dpt number. Correct? So then it will be whenever it's matching the e dot dpt number equal to d dot dpt number, that dpt number it will pass again into the here. Okay. Here. So one more example I will tell the second IS salary or third IS salary. Okay, third IS salary or something. So I'm going to give the select star from emp e where I'm going to give the fourth IS salary. Now I'm going to find select count of b dot sal from emp b. So the self join, guys. This is self. So same table. I'm taking the emp a and emp b, two alias names. Okay, where a dot emp number equal to b dot emp number. Sorry, less than emp number. Okay, I'm going to give like this. What is your right? Select star from emp order by salary. Okay, 53322975. This is right. Your 2975 is the your third IS salary. Okay, we'll see how it will give the result here. What happened? Weight given 1250. How come it will be 1250? B dot from EMP where A dot EMP number equal to no. No, it came this one. So 1 2/3 lowest salary is displayed lowest salary. Yeah, lowest third salary it's displayed. But E dot EMP number greater than if we give the 1250. What is the 1250 here? Fourth one it came. No. We'll see the we have the query also. Correct only, same only we given. Won't update until. Okay, so we'll see later. I'll tell you. But this is a correlated subquery. So like that we can able to find the duplicate. Highest salary also we can able to find. But I don't know why it's not executing. I will check and then I will give you guys. You can try if you want. You can try this one. How to find the highest salary by using these queries. 950 it came. So it's throwing the some error. It's not coming. We'll see later, guys. This one. Okay. This is the query. So here the based on this result only. Based on this result, it's going to execute the inner query. So based on here the counting the salary. So the count whenever the count is 3 equal to 3, it's matched. Then this record, whatever the record it will the matching record, third record. So it will give to the output. Here it's showing the lowest salary. You have to see highest salary also we can able to find by using this one only. You can find the highest salary also. Okay. So this is the subquery and correlated subquery. The subquery is nothing but the based on the inner query, the outer query will execute. Correlated subquery means based on the outer query, the inner query will execute. That is the difference between the subquery and correlated subquery. These two are the only topics, important topics. Okay, the subquery and correlated subquery. Okay, so these are the same only. It's not that much. Okay, guys. Nested query or subquery both are the same. These are the same only, guys. Okay, now we go to the row ID, row number. Already we discussed. Okay, and then exit and not exit. So exit is nothing but the in class, like how it will be working as a in class. They will ask in that interview what is the difference between the in and exit. Okay, how we are going to give the in. Select star from EMP where DEPT number in 10, 20. Like that we are going to give the in class, right? In we are going to like that. So we are passing the values in the in class 10 and 20 we are passing. Okay. Department number in 10 and 20 they are going to pass. But exist it will come it will check the true or false, the condition true or false. Okay. The same thing it will go to pass into the exist. Here, whatever the values are matching, those values only it display the in class. Okay, but the exist. Okay, I'm passing the 10 and 20. Okay. This is the syntax is different. Just select star from DPT, where DPT equal to 10. Okay, where DPT number equal to 10. Why still it's showing error? Correct name. No, I don't know why it's showing error. Invalid relationship. Sorry, this is the wrong. Yeah. So like that we have to give us. So the same thing we just now executed. I explained the in class, the subquery. So see in the in class where DPT number DPT equal to 80 passed. The value is available. Then it will passing the data. So exist also is it will check the just true or false condition, guys. This data is available or not. DPT 10. This condition is satisfied or not. It will check. If it is satisfied, then it will give the entire data. If it is satisfied, if it is not satisfied, means it is a false condition, then it won't give any data. That is a exist purpose, true or false. It won't check all the values. Okay, see, DPT number. See, all the values is executed. Means this condition is true. Means we are fetching the some data. These we are fetching the some data, right? Is it true? This condition is true. Whatever the condition we are given inside the subquery, if it is a true means if is there any data, then it will give the, it will pass the entire the data. Whatever the data is there in this table, it will give. For example, I am going to give 80. Okay, we'll see the 80 data is there available or not here. There is no data means it will be false. This condition there is no data. If I execute this one, it won't come the any data. Okay, just like true or false, same thing you can see here. The in class also, what is the difference in class? Where DPT number in, so if is there 10 is there, only that value only it passing here, but here the exist means it won't pass like that. Just it will check the true or false condition only. It won't check the any values here. Like in the in class, they are going to check the values, but exist it won't check any values. Just it will check the true or false. The condition will be true or false. Okay, if the condition is true, the statement is passing any data, then it will give the entire records in the outer query data or outer query table. If the condition is false in the inner query, then it will give the, there is no record. Sorry guys, there is no records displayed into the outer query. So what is the difference here means it will be faster. Just it will checking the one, if is there one value is matching, then it will give the data. See, DPT number in 10, 80. Give the 10, 80. Same here 10, 80. So here also I'm passing the 10 and 80 in the in class. The exist also is passing 10, 80. The whenever it matching the any data here, at least one value, then it is boolean value true. For example, no need to check the all the 10 is available or not, 80 is available or not. Like that it won't check. Just it will check the only at least one condition, one value will be there. Then it will give the data. Not like that here. It will go and check the sorry. It will go and check the each and every value. Whatever the passing the value. Oh, 10 is there, 10 pass outside. 80 is there, 82 not available. Again one more value, 20 is there, 22. So like that row each and every value it will check the in class. But exist it won't check. Or at least one condition is satisfied, one value is satisfied, then it will come to the result. It will give the result. So that's why exist is a faster, quicker compared to the in class. Okay, that is the only difference with the in and exist. Only in and exist. So not exist is opposite of the exist. Is there true? Then it will come to the false. Is there false? It will come to the true. So like that. See, 80 is a false condition. So I give the non-exist, not exist, it means it will give the true, means it will populate the data. See, so I give the true, 10. This is true condition. False condition. There is no data, it's populated. That is the exist and not exist. Okay, guys. So these are the different kind of SQL, guys. So I'm going to share the interview point of view, whatever they asked till now. Just some I highlighted. Okay, you can see the queries, display the duplicate records, delete the duplicate records. So they will ask the how many ways you are going to duplicates, not by instead of group by, is there any other way? Any other way you can able to find the duplicates? Just you have to find out that, guys. That question nowadays they are asking the most of the interviews. Without group by, how can you find the duplicates? Can you please try from yourself? Okay. Even I didn't also tried. I have to try and then prepare the query. Maybe you can use the rank or dense rank. You can able to find the duplicates. You can able to find the duplicates by using the rank function maybe. Okay. So they're asking this question frequently. How can you find the duplicates without the group by? Okay. So this also we can able to find the group by. Here also you can see the duplicates. These are the one row ID. You can use the row ID. You can able to find the duplicates based on the without group by. So other than that, you can try the rank function and then try, guys. These are one more way you can able to find the duplicates. Okay. So how to delete the duplicates? So I want only duplicate. I don't want to delete the entire 2 duplicates. Only 1 duplicate. Where 1 is there, only 1 record it will have to delete. 1 has to purge. So this is the query. Display 4th highest salary. So this is not working. I don't know why. So we'll try. I'll try and then I'll give you the query, guys. Or you can use the rank function. You can able to get the 4th highest salary also. Second lowest salary. Okay. Find the unique values without using the distinct keyword. Okay. Top 2 salaries in each department wise. So these are the some queries. Alternative records. They will ask this question, guys. How to find the alternative records in a table. Okay. And also one more query. They will ask the mod function. Yeah, this is only mod function. They have to use the mod function. Mod function, we can use the mod function. We can able to get the alternative records. See, this is one more query. In a table, one column ABC is there. I want to display A is separate, B is separate, C is a row. Is a column is there ABC, one string word. But I want to display like that output A, B, C. Okay, how to find this one? And then this one I already explained A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z, A. So output will be A, B, C, Y, Z, A. How to get the output? So this already we tried in the class by using the subquery. Yeah, this one being, so in the table you have the 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3 like that, the data will be there. So I want to display the positive values in one side, negative values in the one column. In one column I want to display only 1, 2, 3. The negative columns like that, negative column I want to display 1, 2, -1, -2, -3. So how you populate? Okay, this is a query also I given, guys. Retrieve the numerical values in a table. Like for example, you can take your PAN card. Your PAN card is a combination of the alphabets and numeric. So I want to display only numeric value in the outside. I want to get it the only what are the numeric values there, numbers is there in your PAN card. How to fetch the only alphabets. So this kind of question they will ask in the interview sometime. Okay. So I given one example. And the rank and dense rank. Can you able to find the rank, 4th highest salary, 2nd highest salary, all those things. I given the rank functions. The code is also given. Yeah. One more thing will be there. So I want to find the repeated values. For C here, I'm going to how many times it is repeated this 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Okay. So they will ask for example, your name is there. Okay. For example, take the Aparna. How many A's are there? I want to find the Aparna. How many A's are there? Okay. By using the recursive expression count, we can able to get it that answer. Okay. So one more question they ask the same salary employees. So who are getting the same salary in a table? Sometimes it will be the same salary will be there, some persons. So those kind of employees I need. How to fetch the same salary employees? So same thing just now I told the Aparna how many years are there. You can able to give I given the query also. Select ename regression count. The ename how many years are there? Okay, or you can able to find in the different way, other way also. You can able to find the different ways. Instead of like expression count, you can able to find the different way. Find the position of the character. Monica is there. A in which position it will be there, Monica. So one more thing, the output. The name will be there, flag is there. Name Aman, A comma B is there. Rajesh, C comma D. But I want the output. This is my data, input source data. But I want target table, Aman A, Aman B, Rajesh C, Rajesh D. So like that I want to display. How to write the query? Okay, here I given the query also. One more will be, I want the full, as of now we did the first name, last name as a full name, right? We did by using the concat function, we combined the first name, full name as first name, last name as a full name. But the full name is there. I want to split into the full name into first name and last name. So how to get that output? How to write the query? Okay, these are write the query by using the substring only. That's why again substring we can able to write any different lot of methods. We can able to use the substring. Okay, we can able to write the substring and string. We can able to get the split. Okay, then the email validation. How to find the email validation? So these kind of questions they ask till now in the interview, guys. So if you prepare this one, they will ask. You can get maximum 3 or 4, 3 or 2 to 3 queries. They will get from these queries only. In any interview you attend, they will ask at least 2 to 3 questions from this, or the 15 queries or 20 queries. You have to practice these 20 queries. You can able to at least solve the. You can able to solve the at least 2-3 questions, interview questions. Okay, guys, I will share this one into the drive. This please be practice. From tomorrow onwards, we are going to start the ETL. Okay, guys.